actually open. Right, yeah, just to check. I'm going to say, now, welcome. Yeah, page 2, beautiful. And that's it. Beautiful. And we're ready to start, Emma. We have Juno, we have Beth.
Good evening, everyone. If I can please ask you to bring your hands together and give a warm round of applause for your MC for this evening, Mr. Trent McCarthy.
Thank you for that lovely introduction. Good evening, graduates and guests. How are we? Are we good? Yeah? Great to see you all. Some of you, we're seeing you all again, and some of you are here for the first time. Welcome to the 2026 Melbourne Polytechnic graduation ceremony. My name is Trent McCarthy. You got that correct, thank you. I'm absolutely honoured to be your MC tonight. This evening, we celebrate one of life's great achievements, not the end of your academic journey, but the beginning of what we hope will be a lifetime of discovery, evolution, and learning. Tonight, we have 265 graduating students from the academic... Well, yes! 265 graduating students from the academic departments of Creative Arts, Food, Fibre and Animal Industries, Human Services and Education, Arts, Education and Agri-Tech Higher Education, Bridging and Preparatory, including a number of graduates from the Auslan community. Just so you know, and some of you may know this already, when we applaud in Auslan, which is what I was just doing then, we sign like this. So I encourage you tonight to support all of our deaf and hard of hearing community by signing your applause during the Bridging and Preparatory Awards presentation tonight. And to practice, please join me by joining me in signing and extending a warm welcome to our interpreters who are interpreting for us this evening. Well done. And if you think you're doing a really great job, it's simply... And you may applaud whichever way you choose tonight, as long as you applaud and laugh at my jokes. Okay, tonight we'll be celebrating a number of Melbourne Polytechnic's Outstanding Student of the Year Awards for 2026. I'm looking forward to welcoming you on stage to receive your certificates and join your loved ones in celebration. I'm equally excited to hear from our speakers, who will be sharing their words of wisdom with you all. Now, please join me in welcoming the official party to the stage.
Melbourne Polytechnic mengucapkan selamat datang kepada Indonesia Communities.
Melbourne Polytechnic Gujarati समुदाय में स्वागत करते हैं।
墨尔本理工学院欢迎来自华人社区讲普通话的朋友们。
Melbourne Polytechnic al Instituto Surinamérica.
El Politécnico de Melbourne le da la bienvenida a la comunidad de habla hispana.
A Melbourne Polytechnic está de braços abertos para todos os falantes da língua portuguesa.
Melbourne Polytechnic Punjabi community ਦਾ ਤਹਿ ਦਿਲ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ। Melbourne Polytechnic accueille toutes les communautés francophones.
Ayubo, Melbourne Polytechnic ajetene ob sem sadari in piligani.
Melbourne Polytechnic и посакува добре дојде на македонската заедница.
मेलबर्न पॉलिटेक्निक बांग्ला भाषाभाषीদেরকে স্বাগত জানায়।
मेलबर्न पॉलिटेक्निक हिंदी बोलने वाले लोगों का स्वागत करता है।
Il Politecnico di Melbourne accoglie la comunità della lingua italiana.
Melbourne Polytechnic بترحب بالجالية العربية.
از طرف پرسنل و کادر آموزشی دانشگاه ملبورن پلی‌تکنیک به همه شما فارسی زبانان عزیز خوش آمد میگیم.
Melbourne Polytechnic chào mừng cộng đồng người Việt Nam.
I ljudi koji pričaju hrvatski su dobrodošli na Melbourne Polytechnicsu.
Melbourne'i Polytechnic tervitab eesti keelt kõnelevat kogukonda.
Melbourne Polytechnic приглашает украинское, российское, русскоговорящее сообщество.
Melbourne Polytechnic mengucapkan selamat datang kepada semua masyarakat berbahasa Melayu.
Melbourne Polytechnic 歡迎講粵語嘅朋友加入我哋嘅團隊。
Namaste, तपाईहरुलाई Melbourne Polytechnicमा स्वागत छ।
Melbourne Polytechnic welcomes everyone.
Welcome to our official party members for tonight. Now first, a little bit of housekeeping. Please, just like I have, I better make sure I have, turn off your phones to silent, and please do refrain tonight from using any flash photography. I think we have some pretty amazing lighting here already. This evening is such a special occasion for each and every graduand. Your friends and family are here to congratulate and celebrate with you all. An important part of this evening is having everyone receive the same respect and celebration as each other. So, we ask you please to stay seated until the end of the ceremony, even if you have already received your award. And a reminder that photography will still be available on level 2 after the ceremony. Before you ask, if you'd like to have a photograph with me, I'm more than happy to acquaint you, and there's a small fee for that as well. Now, please join me in welcoming to the stage Wurundjeri Elder Uncle Bill Nicholson.
Yes, thank you, Trent, for that very kind introduction. Thank you for all the very hard workers behind tonight's exciting graduation ceremony, for showing both respect to not just me individually, but who I'm representing, the traditional custodians of the land that we are gathering on here tonight to celebrate the graduates, and also showing a sense of understanding of what actually a welcome to country is, which I'll express throughout the welcome, what it actually means, because it's a very important ceremonial process to allow people to feel culturally safe to conduct their business on Wurundjeri land. Hearing all those different languages it gives me a great buzz, because language to me is the expression of culture. It's how you teach things and how you learn things. And for that language to be taken away, it is a major hit on your cultural identity and I guess the mentality and the spirituality of your culture being taken from you. I'd like to share a little bit about the local language here, which is called Woiwurrung. So I'd like to say to you all tonight, Waminjika, Gabamala Mangil, Balambunyalambul, Wurundjeri Bala, Mirana Bill Nicholson. Waminjika is an interesting word. It's translated as welcome, yes, but it kind of breaks down to I ask you to come for a reason or purpose. And obviously that purpose is to celebrate the graduates here tonight. I greet you and good day from the Wurundjeri people. My name's Uncle Bill Nicholson. I stand here very proud representing my community. I come from a long line of amazing leaders, my elders past, who I'd like to acknowledge. People like Simon Wonga. If you've never heard of Simon's story, I encourage people to learn his story. It's a great inspiration. And William Barak, his predecessor. Simon fought for land, Barak fought for human rights. And that's a great starting point for people to learn a little bit about the Wurundjeri story, because to me, I manage our education department at Wurundjeri at a competing institution. I don't know if I should mention them, but to me, I really believe whoever is on Wurundjeri country, whether you visit here, you work here, or you live here, or your family's lived here for generations, it helps you connect to this sacred land. We are the last surviving clan of the Birrarung, the sacred river of mists. 190 years ago, I think it was. The river was given the wrong name, the Yarra, but it's still sort of stuck to this day. I guess the sad part of that particular statement, though, is there was other family groups that lived and thrived both on the Birrarung and on the Maribyrnong and on the Werribee who aren't here with their families represented today. So I'm here representing them, and I'd like to acknowledge all the fallen clans, both in a local perspective and also throughout the national perspective as well. I'd also like to acknowledge any elders or Aboriginal community members here today, and just generally community leaders. If you want to get a bit of a sense of what traditional leadership is, humility is a real key word that relates to that. People that always make decisions on behalf of their community, but are given that right by their community through their actions. That is a key reason why Wurundjeri people are here today. Environmental leaders. When you engage with Aboriginal communities, Aboriginal people, we always talk about what we say in language is biik. Biik is country. Country is our responsibility to care for. And we know if we care for it, it will care for us in return. And it's a great challenge today. There's many issues about country, but I always like to acknowledge people who understand that message from country and actually put practical use into caring for this sacred land, because it means our future. And also cultural leaders, and generally what I mean by that is I really like to encourage people from, because if you're not a Wurundjeri person, you have connections elsewhere. You know, it's worldwide. I always want people to feel proud in your own identity on Wurundjeri land, to share your stories. The more stories that are shared, the more listening occurs, not just hearing, but listening. And the more listening that occurs, I really believe that's the basis of building what we call Jindiwarra Bakbalak, unity in the community based on respect. So I always encourage people and like to acknowledge people who stand staunch in their own identity on Wurundjeri land. Now, the colonial invasion on our land was brutal, and I'll be straight out because that's part of our truth-telling. It's part of our family history, but there's messages from that. Let's try our very best to eradicate the mindset of the past based on generally racial discrimination, but discrimination in general. When I welcome people to this land, I challenge people to try your very best to eradicate that mindset. It's been here too long, and we as Wurundjeri people don't want it here anymore. Also, let's learn from the past and let's treat each other with respect. And we're celebrating graduates of Melbourne Polytechnic here tonight, you know, an institution of learning. So let's learn from past mistakes and never let those mistakes happen again. The Wurundjeri ceremony of welcome to country, it's a language word for it, is Tandarabnaji. It's not something that's been invented recently, as I've heard from some media outlets. It's something that's been here for generations. It's a law ceremony. It allows you access to this land to conduct your business, as I touched on. There's many aspects to it. I won't go through the whole detail of it, but to feel truly welcome to Wurundjeri land, respect of the land, its people and the culture is part of our law, which was never ceded, which means it's still here to this day. And I wouldn't have been asked here tonight to do a welcome to country without Melbourne Polytechnic showing that respect. So I'd like to say on behalf of myself and my community and my ancestors, Wiminjika Wurundjeri Biik is welcome Wurundjeri country to you all, and congratulations to all the graduates here tonight. So Non Godjin, thank you.
Thank you so much, Uncle Bill Nicholson. I'd now like to introduce to the stage Mark Blanks, Executive Director of Educational Excellence, to deliver the academic address and share his congratulations. Please make him very, very welcome.
Thank you, Trent. I think before I start, I'd just like to acknowledge Uncle Bill and his welcome to country. This isn't on the script either, so please bear with me. I think I learnt from Phil Murray, who's on the stage, through our Reconciliation Action Plan launched this year, that the plan and reconciliation belongs to all of us. It's not just something that belongs to our First Nation people. And all I'd like to say is that I just find it absolutely incredible that we've got a people in our country that have endured such hardship and so many, traumatic events through their times, and yet they still welcome us to our country. And I think that's just such an incredible act of generosity and compassion, and we should never walk past that. Okay, now I'll get back on the script. Graduates, families, friends, teachers, employers, partners, thank you for being a part of this moment. To the graduating students today is not just a ceremony, it's a milestone. It is a recognition of your effort, your persistence and your growth. You have earned the right to feel proud. Before we continue, I'd like to acknowledge that our Chief Executive, Frances Coppolillo, is very disappointed to not be able to attend today's graduation ceremony. While she can't be here in person, she's asked me to pass on her heartfelt congratulations to you. She would like you to remember that wherever life takes you, Melbourne Polytechnic will always be part of your story. We are very proud to have supported you in building the skills and confidence to succeed, and we hope that you carry that sense of belonging and community with you. Today, what I want to speak to you about is the one thing that sits quietly behind every qualification that's handed across this stage, and why that tiny piece of paper is so important. This is because education creates hope. Not wishful thinking, not blind optimism. Hope that is grounded because it's built from skills, capability and choice. Hope is practical. It grows when you can do things. In vocational education, you learn something powerful. Hope is not abstract, it's practical, and it shows up when you can diagnose a fault, read a room, plan a job safely, manage a project, support a client with dignity, deliver to a code or a standard, and improve what you deliver for the next time. That is not just training, that is confidence, that is agency, that is a future that you can shape. The evidence of this is all around you, especially in applied settings where learning is connected to work and community. Education creates hope because it opens doors, not just once, but repeatedly. Vocational pathways are rarely straight lines. They're more like stepping stones, sometimes forwards, sometimes sideways, sometimes back for a run-up. Australia's vocational education and training system recognises that pathways are diverse, often non-linear, and can be lifelong. That matters because real lives are not linear. Hope increases when you know you can pivot and progress, upskill, reskill, stack credentials, and keep moving as industries change. Today, you are not graduating from learning, you are graduating into learning. I'd like to share some real hope stories around how education has changed lives in the world around us. I want to talk to you about some real examples from Melbourne Polytechnic alumni on how their lives changed through education. At 45, Ekalis Malawad, a Melbourne Polytechnic student, arrived in Australia after fleeing war and loss. She started studying English, and yet she describes her first day as one where she could not understand a word. Yet she persisted, the hope of a new life burning strong, and she was recognised as 2025 Outstanding English and Additional Language Student of the Year. That story is not just about language, it's about belonging, it's about confidence, it's about rebuilding a future. One class, one conversation, one act of courage at a time. Learning can serve others. Vida Redefe Kamani, winner of the 2023 Human Services and Education Award, studied a diploma of community services because she wanted to support disadvantaged people, particularly victim survivors of domestic violence. She completed placements with an NDIS provider and a mental health clinic, then used that learning to strengthen her work and teaching practice. When education meets purpose like that, hope becomes something you just don't hold for yourself. You extend it to others. That is the power of vocational learning. You can move from where you are to where the work is and bring your whole life experience with you. I want to talk to you about what makes you stand out as a Melbourne Polytechnic graduate. Firstly, why applied learning matters. because work is where knowledge becomes real. Let me name what you've actually been doing in applied education. You have been learning in ways that mirror the real world of work. Practical tasks, not just theory. Feedback, not just grades. Standards, not just opinions. Teamwork, not just individual performance. And service, not just completion. Applied learning builds more than just competence. It builds professional identity. That is why employers value it. In the workplace, the question is rarely, what do you know? It is, what can you do? And how can you reliably do it? And when applied learning is done well, you graduate with something priceless. You can perform under real conditions. The power of inquiry-based learning is your most employable skill. And in that most employable skill, it's being able to ask better questions. There's a myth that vocational learning is only about doing. In reality, the best vocational practitioners are strong thinkers. Your future will reward you for being the person that asks, what is causing this? What is the safest way to do it? What does the client need, not just what they asked for? What has changed since last time? What is the evidence? That is inquiry-based learning, and it is the heart of quality work. Take alumni David Jarman, who completed a pre-apprenticeship in electrotechnology and described the trade as one that keeps you thinking and demands you to adapt quickly. Or Jessica Curry, a cabinet maker, selected as the first apprentice at her workplace because she was unafraid to ask questions, to think differently and suggest alternate solutions. Inquiry is not just a classroom technique, it's a workplace advantage. Integrated and disciplinary learning. The world doesn't come in neat subjects. Workplace problems don't arrive labelled as business or community services or IT. They arrive as messy situations that require technical skill, communication, ethics and safety, digital capability, customer focus, teamwork, and an ability to see the whole system. That is why integrated and transdisciplinary learning matters. Think about construction. It's not just about tools and materials, it's also about sustainability, compliance, procurement, scheduling, stakeholder management, and increasingly digital systems. Think about health and community services. It's not just procedures, it's trauma-informed practice, communication, culture, privacy, collaboration with other professions, and reflective practice. Transdisciplinary learning creates hope because it prepares you for complexity, and complexity is where the opportunities are. Never stop learning is not just a slogan, it's a strategy. The world you are graduating into is changing fast. Technology is reshaping jobs, industries are adapting to new standards, and communities face new pressures, and skills need to shift. So the question becomes, how do you stay ready? One answer is lifelong learning, made through real pathways, credential stacking and work-integrated learning. Applied learning pathways explicitly support upskilling and reskilling across a range of areas and careers. Hope grows when you can keep learning without having to stop and start your life again. So my charge to you as graduates is to carry hope forward. Carry your skills. You have earned them. Keep practicing them. Keep sharpening them. Carry your curiosity. Be the person who asks better questions. It will make you safer, smarter, and more valuable. Carry your capability across boundaries. Think in systems. Work across disciplines. Build bridges between knowledge and action. Carry hope, not just as a feeling, but a contribution. Hope is what you create when you apply your learning to make something work, make something better, make something safer, make something more human. Because at the end, education just doesn't change individual lives. It changes families, it changes workplaces, it changes communities. And that is why today matters. To the graduates, congratulations. You have done something significant. You have built options for yourself and value for others. May you keep learning, may you keep asking, may you keep connecting to what you know the world needs, and may your education continue to create hope through your work, your service and your leadership. Thank you and well done.
Thank you, Mark. Tonight, we are celebrating the achievements of 265 of the 482 Melbourne Polytechnic graduands for 2026. Supporting the presentation announcements tonight is Jordan Winfield and Celia Yao from Melbourne Polytechnic's International Office. Welcome and thank you, Jordan and Celia. Let's commence the ceremony. First up are the graduates from the Department of Bridging and Preparatory Studies. Please welcome Tracy Pearman, Manager of Bridging and Preparatory Studies, to present these awards.
The graduate for Certificate 4 in Auslan is Joanne Stead. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Auslan are Vanessa Zapanta Adzaib, Andrea Anderson, Maxwell Thomas Atkins, Maggie Ballinger, Joelle Boulding, Sienna Bora, Dewey Borman, Riley Brock, Phoebe May Cashman, Jet Susan McDuff Chudley, Emily Decker, Trisha Dench, Janelle Keris Hewitt, Sebastian Francis, David Gamble, Karen Louise Marilyn George. Lucia Dede Haikin Tu. Tegan Howell. This student also completed Certificate 4 in Auslan. Eileen Monica Humphrey. Eleanor Ray Jorgensen. Samoa Chanel Lagerway. Stephanie Rose Lambert. Gillian Irene Lane. Jacob Francis Laurie. Elizabeth Joanna Lear Brooks. Mei Lee. Charlie Liddell. Emmanuel Linares Delgado. Evelyn Ling. Jack Long. David Martin Forero Peña. Mirella Kercheval Mason. Rachel Louise McNamara. Vanessa Maria Meneses. Rue Milsom. Bray Nichols. Catherine Ann O'Brien. Kate O'Meara. Natalie Pendlebury. Michelle Price. Melanie Pritchard. May Cheli Rianto. Kay Roberts. Rebecca Smith. Lucas Smyrnis. Ying Jie Soon. Melissa Southwell. Bridie Sir. Julia Thompson. Alexandria Jordan Titford. Hannah Tooley. Sally Eliza Wallace. Gillian Faye Watson. Robin Whitney. Reese Wilson. Please join me in congratulating them.
Let's give all of our graduates a round of applause. Congratulations to all bridging and preparatory graduates, and thank you, Tracy. A job well done. Please join me in welcoming back to the stage Executive Director of Educational Excellence, Mark Blanks.
It's okay, I'm not going to do another speech. Each year at the graduation, we present the Melbourne Polytechnic Outstanding Student of the Year Awards. Being named an outstanding student is no small feat. The awards aren't just around recognising academic excellence. They are a celebration of our values and the students who bring them to life, both inside the classroom and beyond. Students are judged on career and study achievements, communication, teamwork and leadership skills, and their ability to represent our community with pride. These students have set a high standard, and tonight we celebrate their hard work and commitment. I'd like to invite to the stage nominating staff member Fiona Mark, Acting Education Manager of Auslan, to present our first award of the evening, the Outstanding Bridging and Preparatory Vocational Excellence Education Student of the Year for 2026.
Thank you so much for having me present tonight for the Outstanding Student of the Year Award. I nominated this person because prior to studying Auslan, this student had no knowledge of the language. They first encountered it during the COVID pandemic. Already fluent in 3 languages, they became curious about how communication could exist through a visual language. During the COVID pandemic, they first saw an interpreter translating the news so that the deaf community could have access to information. From here, they completely immersed themselves in the language, curious at how it could be a visual means of communication. While also balancing part-time work and study, they actively sought out opportunities to volunteer at events, including the Flow Festival, the Asia Pacific Deaf Basketball Championships, the National Gallery of Victoria, where they supported deaf-led tours, deaf school students in sporting events, and recently, they supported the Auslan Teachers Conference. They continue to demonstrate their interest in supporting elder Australians' rights as well, where they supported people in residential aged care homes. They were also a member of the student representative group, where they were responsible for coordinating different events such as the Auslan Trivia Night and Auslan Conversation Clubs. Again, through all their actions, this student has demonstrated deep cultural sensitivity, respect, and care. They didn't just learn the signs, they developed a strong understanding of deaf culture, grounded in the knowledge that Auslan is more than a language. It sits at the very heart of our community and our deaf identity. Now, I am glad to formally announce that the winner of the Outstanding Student of the Year Award is Ying Jia Sun.
Congratulations, Ying. Wow, how cool was that? Thank you, Fiona. Fabulous work. Please join me in now welcoming to the stage Andrew Gannon, Manager of Creative Arts, to present the Department of Creative Arts VET certificates.
The graduates for Diploma of Graphic Design are Kathleen Marie Durkin, Maria Camila Rivas Plata Zamora, Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Advanced Diploma of Jewellery and Object Design are Jessica Buckley, Tierra Chown, Charlotte Esser, Tina Samasimo, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Live Production and Technical Services are Bailey Burkhart, Loretta Frances Costa, Mercedes Ellis, Eloise Fenton, Ezra Cameron Han, Rhiannon Kelly, Jessica May List, Bella Russell, Kaylin James Yaron Stork Finlay, please join me in congratulating them. The graduate for Certificate 4 in Music is Alexander Cheslov Zhezhnichak. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Advanced Diploma of Music are Rachel Hernandez, Benjamin Wustain, Aura Zengin, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Certificate 4 in Screen and Media are Tali Matters, Andrew Vimba, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Screen and Media are Amelie Faith Ebbage, Jessica Feather, Ella Harrison, Zara Power, Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Theatre Arts are Maya Jacqueline Hinckley-Fadul, Hannah Nell, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Certificate 4 in Visual Arts are Gurwinder Kaur, Dora Maria Moreno Zuniga, Eleftharia Pazinkas, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Visual Arts are Eleanor Biggin, Victoria Yanina Gala, Kiara Newell. This student also completed Certificate 4 in Visual Arts. Bhagyashri Lomesh Patel, Oliver Rousseau Williams, Sarah Tripko, please join me in congratulating them.
I think that's it. Let's give our VET Creative Arts graduates another big round of applause. Thank you also, Andrew. I'd now like to invite nominating staff member Naomi Bishop, Education Manager of Visual Arts, to present the Outstanding Student of the Year Award for Creative Arts.
Thank you, Trent. This student made a courageous leap from a successful career in interior design to a new creative path in illustration. Arriving as an international student and navigating a new country on their own, they quickly built friendships, forged new collaborations, and created a genuine sense of community within their course. They were generous with their time and energy, stepping up to fundraise, coordinate a major exhibition of student work where they helped personally mount and frame more than 140 pieces of artwork. As a strong advocate for their peers, they also represented the Visual Arts Department with professionalism and confidence in meetings with the local council. The student embraced every challenge with grace and purpose, always treating those around them with kindness and creating an environment where everyone felt heard. The same care and authenticity shines through in their outstanding work. And the winner is Bayashri Patel. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you.
song. Walking on the street when you caught my eye. Something about the way you move. No, there ain't nobody like. Ain't nobody like. So lucky to be yours.
Congratulations to Beg Yashri and thank you, Naomi. Please now welcome Gary Patterson, Manager of Food, Fibre, Animal Industries, to present the Food, Fibre and Animal Industries Vet Certificates.
The graduates for Certificate 4 in Agriculture are Diana Lucia Arellano Osorio, Alicia Diane Gleeson, Mark Eddie Navalta Gomez, William Fernando Perdomo Rincon, Risa Sofia Rubiano Urquijo, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Conservation and Ecosystem Management are William Arevalo Singer, Sophie Burke, Shannon Donnelly, Susan Quinn, Leslie Mercedes Retamoso Astumpinan, please join me in congratulating them. The graduate for Certificate 4 in Horticulture is Ben Murphy. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Hospitality Management are Gayashi Archena Balasuria Arachige Dona, Serena Galati, Daushan Nurku, Da Nel Si'i. This student also completed the Certificate 4 in Kitchen Management. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Certificate 4 in Kitchen Management are Carlos Herrera Tran, Sahida Shamin Salim Mishu, Viet Nguyen, David Augusto Salazar Ortiz, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Certificate 4 in Landscape Design are Finn Charlotte Briggs, Emma Louise Caditz. Shannon Mayle. Trudy McAuliffe. Tanya Nally. Fraser Ross. Didier Duvan Sepulveda Palacio. Lyndall Westblade. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduate for Diploma of Sports Turf Management is Amanda Louise Mizzi. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Certificate 4 in Veterinary Nursing are Kiera Buzzer, Jessica Harris, Deborah Julie Hinton, Ava Jones, Mandy Lum, Alexis Casseline Scanlon, please join me in congratulating them.
Let's give all of our vet, food, fibre and animal industries graduates another round of applause. Please now join me in welcoming Philip Townsend, Education Manager of Horticulture, to present the Outstanding Student of the Year Award for the Department of Food, Fibre and Animal Industries.
Thank you, Trent. This student has a deep passion for the environment and a drive to help protect it. With a background in communication and design, they came to Melbourne Polytechnic to study horticulture and build a scientific understanding of soil health, plant care and landscape design. Throughout the course, they applied a thoughtful, ecological lens to everything they did. Their projects were thoroughly researched, using carefully considered plant selections designed to thrive in Melbourne's changing climate. Their work was always beautifully presented, but more importantly, it delivered real impact. For example, their project on pest management was so effective, Melbourne Polytechnic's own nursery has adopted many of their recommendations. They have also had success on the stage as part of the team awarded Best in Show for the 2025 Yarra Valley Garden Show, and just last month they received a silver medal and the prestigious People's Choice Award in the Achievable Gardens section of the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show. And the winner is Beth Gregory.
I'll be dreaming about this till the end of time. We are young, we are free, down for the ride. Might be over tomorrow, but we got this day forever.
Congratulations to Beth and thank you, Philip. Tonight, we are joined by guest keynote speaker, Juno Fisher. Juno is an artist and costume practitioner recognised as the 2025 overall Outstanding Vet Student of the Year for the Diploma of Live Production and Technical Services Costume. A former drag performer who re-skilled at Melbourne Polytechnic, Juno is known for their leadership and mentorship and is a passionate advocate for queer and trans visibility, creative authenticity and bold future practice. Please join me in welcoming Juno.
Good evening, esteemed staff, guests, families both given and chosen, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. I'd like to start by saying what an honor it is to be here. Exactly a year ago, I crossed this exact stage to receive not only my graduating certificate, but the Melbourne Polytechnic Student of the Year Award for my studies in costume design. Learning at Melbourne Polytechnic was a privilege unlike any other learning experience I've had. I was raised in a very strict education system where learning was about fitting in, suppressing my identity, and acting with discipline. When I left high school, I chose to undertake a double degree of environmental biotechnology and science. And I'm sure it was a great course, and for the time that I spent learning, I was very capable of choosing the right answers and picking the correct responses. But it still all felt wrong. After surviving 6 years of Catholic boys' school, I wasn't about to spend another 6 years forcing myself into a life that didn't feel like mine. So I dropped out, and I started doing drag. Thank you very much. Now, I learned to do my makeup through trial and error, finding what look suited me and helped me recognize myself. I got on stage and performed, not to the perfect song with the perfect dance moves, but by trying things here and there until it felt right. I wore different dresses, tried on different tops, slowly picking out things that looked more like me. It was pretty embarrassing, forcing myself outside of my comfort zone in front of all of these strangers, but I found something that I recognized within myself, and that was in the sewing and costume creation. I loved the sequins, the ostrich feathers. I loved playing with the fabrics and creating something that, for me, something that was mine and absolutely no one else's. And that is what brought me to Melbourne Polytechnic. The course I studied is one of the few costume courses in Australia that focuses primarily on the actual creation of costumes. It ticked all the right boxes for me. I had learned that written studies and essays didn't work well with my brain, but using my hands, that I knew how to do. And when I sat down at a sewing machine, I had found my passion. Learning under the head of costume design, Amanda Silk, I was absolutely blown away with how we were encouraged to express ourselves loudly and encouraged to fail. No, you didn't hear me wrong. We were encouraged to fail. When you're taught that there are absolute truths in this world around you, you learn to mimic and to copy and to find the path of least resistance to the solution. Now, anyone can become good at something by learning what is right or wrong, but to become truly great at something is to fail until you find what works for you, until you find your passion. Now, throughout my studies, we made things called toiles. These are drafts of clothing pieces that you'd pin in places that needed alteration, draw lines where bits needed to be snipped off. Essentially, they're pieces of clothing that failed, not because they were bad or wrong, but because the only way you end up with a garment that fits is by finding what works and what doesn't work. I made toiles upon toiles until I found what was right for me, until I found the perfect fit for my specific shape, until failing was no longer an option. I failed until what was left in front of me matched my vision of perfect. Not the perfect that was decreed by the society I existed within, but the perfect that existed within my head. And honestly, aren't we all toiles? Draft versions of ourselves that need to be reshaped, restitched, and reimagined until we fit the life that's truly ours? Students, I would encourage you to take this and apply it moving forward in your life. Fail and fail again, and fail until you can't fail anymore. Fail until you find your true inner passion, and that will take you where you need to go. I'd like to leave you with one last quote from the one and only David Bowie. Always remember that the reason that you initially started working was that there was something inside of yourself that you felt that if you could really manifest it in some way, you would understand more about yourself and how you coexist with the rest of society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Juno. I'm going to go completely off script for a moment. I'm a massive Bowie fan, and so you've made my night. Thank you so much. What a beautiful reminder, and thank you, Juno, for all your words of wisdom, that success isn't about getting it right the first time, but about having the courage to keep going until it feels right. We're so proud to have you as part of Melbourne Polytechnic's community. Please join me, everyone, in giving Juno another round of applause. Please also join me in welcoming Gail Fernando, who is the Education Manager of Healthcare, and to present the awards for her department. Welcome to Gail.
The graduate for Certificate 4 in Alcohol and Other Drugs is Luke Bird. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Certificate 4 in Allied Health Assistance are Erin Dixon, Sonia Kazi, Nisha Talia, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Certificate 4 in Community Services are Clara Hardwick, Anwar Kure, Jody Marie Lowen, Jeffrey George O'Donnell, Arina Nashita Tunku, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Community Services are Yvonne Aboud, Shaila Aftavi, Laureen Faisal Ali, Maxine Dow, Jamie Dominat, Patrick Martin Magada Dula, Malia Carey Francis, Rushan Hussain. Mark Anthony Buenaventura Lacanlale. Theodora Lazarevska. Barry Joy Lazara. Margaret Nlambo. Fareshte Mohammadi. Susan Nash. Paris. Vilda Fermo Simora. Aisa Sultan. Feng Teng Wu. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Certificate 4 in Mental Health are Julia Baletta, Ferial Hapchi, Emma Tonkin, please join me in congratulating them. The graduate for Certificate 4 in Mental Health Peer Work is Carrie Leanne Zuek. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Certificate 4 in Training and Assessment are Iman Aktifan, Pierre Luigi Barrow, Michaela Cadamone, Rafael Enrique Clavijo Pato, Richard Corboy, Sarah Crowley, Charles Da Costa, Iram Darrizwan, Cassandra De Ranzi, Jenilyn Foggy. Kumudu Kanangara. Amrita Kaur. Anprit Kaur. Gurdip Kaur. Pawanprit Kaur. Sharon Lawman. Chaitanya Malasani. Atije Mamudova. Atije Mamudova. Ban Maroki. Martha Mikhail. Martha Mikhail. Joanne Mimo. Marie Nathalie Montplay. Philip Murray. Alicia Naidu. Nena Njoku. Manisha Anusari Petikirige Donna. Gurprit Kaur Rainu. Smitha Ranjith. Shamila Ranjita Harupan. Anisha Sander. Cecilia Saravia. Masuma Shanzari. Ashwani Sharma. Alison Patricia Shields. Ailau Taomia. Jimsy Jose Varakumpadan. John Villalea. Juliana Vinci. Nisanka Salia Bandara Virakun. Danielle Zoma. Please join me in congratulating them.
Let's give a warm round of applause for all of our Vet Human Services and Education graduates. Did I say Human Services and Education graduates? I didn't I? Well done, Gail, as well. That was a lot of names. I think a sterling effort, and it's lovely for one of our own colleagues to be receiving a certificate as well. Congratulations, Phil. Please now join me in welcoming our nominating staff member, Philip Lowe, Teacher of Allied Health, to present the Outstanding Student of the Year Award for the Department of Human Services and Education. Thank you,
sir. With more than 10 years' experience as a disability worker, this student brought a wealth of real-world knowledge to the Certificate 4 in Allied Health Assistance. They were generous with their time, always willing to share what they knew to help support their peers. Gave it away. If a classmate was struggling, they were there to lend a hand, patiently explaining difficult concepts, offering practical guidance, and providing extra support with genuine care and compassion. They also showed a strong sense of inquiry and problem solving. For example, when the computer system went down during class, this student stepped up and helped organise a supervised practice session. This allowed the class to spend extra time in the simulation room, practicing how to use equipment and techniques to make sure everyone was well prepared for for the upcoming assessment tasks. Their initiative, motivation and generosity made them a truly deserving recipient of this award. The Outstanding Human Services and Education Vocational Education Student of the Year for 2025 is Erin Dixon.
Sweet redemption, I will never let you down.
Congratulations again to Erin and thank you, Philip. Please now welcome Rachel Cowley, Manager of Arts, Education and Agritech, to present awards for the Department of Arts, Education and Agritech Higher Education.
The graduates for Bachelor of Agriculture and Technology are Bimal Chaudhary, Jackson Hall, Malith Sujan Katipe Arachige, Kalana Sahan Pehesara Koragoda Gamage, Luke Thomas Thorpe, Andrea Walker, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Bachelor of Illustration are Thomas Boxall, Lindsay Crawford, Emily Sophia Eastoe, Za Chan, Elkin Rose Jones Wittenberg, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Bachelor of Music are Dario Landsman, Bridget Moylan, please join me in congratulating them. The graduate for Associate Degree in Songwriting and Music Production is Chenzina Amendolia, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Bachelor of Songwriting and Music Production are Gemma Anzai, Andrew Bishop, Pascale Alisa Wapshire, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Bachelor of Early Childhood Education are Jasprit Kaur, Arandip Kaur, Thi Hang Fan, Labugana Ralalagi Shikhar Hasara Rithmi Pereira, Tawana Rangsi, Hansika Sahadev, Aberdeen Withers, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Bachelor of Education, Early Years and Primary are Kairunisa Alia, Georgia May Amanis Shember, Nazia Bano, Tik Zhu Queen Ho, Minaj Isa Hussain, Madison Illingworth. Madison's testament will be accepted by her mother, Nicole Blizzard, in honor of her achievement. Myla Lewis. James Marseille. Imasha Sawandi Miranda. Darshika Nair. Madeline Samantha Forbes Nicholson. Amina Orhan. Bianca Shem Pectores. Santosh. Shafa Rifda Asi Shifa. Samantha Young. Please join me in congratulating them.
Thank you, Rachel, and a round of applause for all of our arts, education and agri-tech higher education graduates tonight. We would also like to take a moment to honour the achievements of Madison Illingworth. While Madison is not with us this evening, her accomplishments remain an important part of this graduating class. Please join me in another round of applause for Madison. I'd now like to invite nominating staff member Dr. Stephen Pascoe, Senior Lecturer and Head of Program of Illustration, to present the Outstanding Arts, Education and Agri-Tech Higher Education Student of the Year Award.
It was a joy to watch this student find their authentic voice as an artist while studying a Bachelor of Illustration at Melbourne Polytechnic. They approached each project with diligence and curiosity, producing individual work framed by critical research and a formative creative process. The result was a unique portfolio of work displaying a singular visual voice. Beyond their own practice, this student also invested in the success of others. They played a key role in organising the annual illustration graduate exhibition, collaborating with and assisting classmates to prepare their work and lifting the show's overall quality. Alongside their studies, they were actively involved in the zine community, donating work to exhibitions at the Central Coast Zine Fair and the Incognito Art Show, raising funds to support programs for artists with disabilities. In their final year, they showed great initiative, securing an exciting role with the Melbourne Animation Studio and publishing work with Penguin Australia, creating a sound platform for a continuing career in the creative arts. And the winner of the Arts Agri-Tech Education Student of the Year is I beat the drum beat. Zaza Tran is the winner.
Congratulations, Jaja, and thank you, Stephen. I would now like to welcome Melbourne Polytechnic's Executive Director for Education Excellence, Mark Blanks, back to the stage for the final time tonight to present the Melbourne Polytechnic Overall Outstanding Vocational Education Student of the Year Award for 2026. Please make Mark welcome.
Thank you, Trent. From our Outstanding Student of the Year recipients, 3 will be selected as the overall winners across Foundation, Higher Education, Vocational Education and Training. Tonight we are presenting the Melbourne Polytechnic Overall Outstanding Vocational Education Student of the Year Award. And the award for 2026 goes to Beth Gregory. we close this evening, I would like to sincerely thank you all for coming tonight. I can't remember such an enthusiastic audience at our graduations. Congratulations to all the graduates, and on behalf of Melbourne Polytechnic, thank you to Jordan Winfield and Celia Yao for announcing the graduate names this evening. What a job well done. Thank you to Wurundjeri Elder Bill Nicholson, our speaker tonight, and our Auslan interpreters, Gordon, Alex Nostis, Monique Stern and Leah Collins. A big thank you to the incredible Melbourne Polytechnic staff and students from the Cert 3 Floristry course for the floral displays you can see at the front this evening. Thank you to Gabby, a fellow Melbourne Polytechnic alumni, for their wonderful pre-ceremony musical entertainment on the guitar. And to our graduation team across marketing communications, academic registry, our graduation working group, and our staff and volunteers. Thank you. Thank you also to the Melbourne Recital Centre for hosting us tonight. Such an amazing and spectacular venue to be graduating at. And last but not least, a big thank you to our spectacular Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Trent McCarthy. As a Melbourne Polytechnic staff member, Trent has generously volunteered his time to help make this evening a memorable one for our graduates and families. We're grateful for your contribution and the energy you've brought to tonight's celebration. Now please join me in saying goodbye to our official party as they leave the stage. And thank you to our official party. Congratulations again to all of our winners tonight. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. Please join us in the foyer after the ceremony for a post-graduation celebration. You'll meet Melbourne Polytechnic staff and other graduates and their guests. And a final reminder, photography will be taking place on level 2. I am happy to have a photograph with you. It's a small price to pay. And it's worth it. That's a thank you and a good night from me. Well done, congratulations, all the best.